Yay. Here's Penny. Penny.
Hi, Lisa.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm fabulous.
Yes, the only way to be.
You gotta be something. You might as well be fabulous.
Yes, ma'am.
Hey, before everybody else gets here, you want to see this is coming up in, I think it's 19. This is kind of neat. The things here is big.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
And it's got matching bracelets
Wow.
and a ring that I didn't wear this morning. This is a ring that goes with it. That's pretty. In the book, that looks darker.
Yeah, the book sometimes doesn't do them justice.
Right. And
You
this
know.
is the mood ring, and it actually does change colors.
Does it?
Yeah.
All right.
It was blue, and when I had it on for a little while, it went green.
So,
Isn't that cute?
yeah.
Yay.
I
That's kinda
remember
cute.
them from way back.
Yeah. This one happens to be a stretchy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Some are, some aren't. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah.
And then this is a new set. I just got my jewelry yesterday. Can you tell?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah.
And what else? Oh, this set was better than I thought. This is I like the that
The
kind
chain
of,
effect. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's a one over the head.
Uh-huh.
I like that. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, that
It's
one's
got
pretty.
it comes with earrings.
Oh, yeah,
That,
those are cute.
yeah, after I get done with the Zoom, I'm gonna do my pictures. Oh, this one has a bracelet too. Uh, with it evidently. Oh, and the bracelet has a toggle. Here's the bracelet. I like the toggle thing. This is the toggle closure.
Yeah. Yeah, those are nice.
Yeah, those are a little easier to put on than the lobster claw closure.
Uh-huh.
But I'm gonna do some more pictures. So, yay. So what's up with you?
Not much, just trying to get things organized. And this just seems like I take one step forward and three back.
I think that's all of us, really.
Yeah, I think so too. But I haven't been able to join the SendOutCards yet.
Well, you don't have to pay anything to join. You just start sending cards. You don't have to pay anything to join.
Oh,
Yeah, you just hop on, send a card, and they you just pay more per card if you're not a affiliate or something.
yeah.
I don't think it's an affiliate even if you don't have a subscription, it's more per card.
Uh-huh.
So, but you don't have to pay the fee comes up if you want to be an affiliate, but
Yeah.
not everybody, you can just be a customer.
Oh,
Doesn't matter. So I just got back from the mammogram place.
yeah,
Right. Right.
I gotta go Monday.
They need a pechogram where they squeeze the guy's peckers in
Yeah, you're right.
the pechogram.
You're right. That
She's like,
hurt.
that doesn't hurt too bad, does it? What do you think?
Yeah. And I think sometimes it does more damage. It breaks down the muscles and the tissues and stuff.
No,
As
oh,
bad
who
as they
knows?
squeeze you.
Right, right. And it's funny, she's like, stand on one foot, come over here, put the thing here, do that, and then hold your breath while you do.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's awesome. Hey,
And,
Donna.
and I don't have enough to put on the table.
Well, see that's where I have a good bit of advantage because it's just, and I said to her, the weird part for me isn't that, hey, Donna,
Hi.
isn't that I just got back from the mammogram place.
Oh,
Right. So the weird part isn't that it's extremely painful necessarily because the double D rack you can flop them around a lot pretty good. But the weird part is, of course, another woman handling my junk, you know?
Yeah.
Do you mind if I set your boob on this thing? Well, no, go right ahead.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's just humiliating, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, I
So
don't
I
like
was
that
joking with
either.
her, but yeah. Anyway, that's all that is. It went fast at least. You know what? I did notice today. I wanted to tell you that was a marketing thing, which I thought was brilliant, by the way. There's a supermarket near us called Hannaford's, and it's a local chain. Um, these are the little containers they have for lunch, and they've got this size and one bigger, right? This one used to be just a little bit smaller. That's pretty smart because they charge per pound. So people are taking these and stuffing them full, and they're like, not going to change that just because the container got bigger. So I bet their sales went up
Mhm.
because the
Yeah.
container's just a little bit bigger. I thought that's brilliant. That's
Yeah.
really because you're sitting there stuffing stuff in. This is chicken in here, by the way. They have like a chicken bar or something. But anyway, I thought that was brilliant. I did have something happen on YouTube with this. I upload these replays to YouTube. They took down the last one and flagged me because I showed somebody's personal information. But I do that every time. So I don't know if they're going to end up flagging the rest of them or what they're going to do, but I'm not going to. I'll send a card right up to the point of where I pull up a name because evidently that's what I did wrong. I didn't know you couldn't do that. But the reason I didn't think about it being a big problem was because you can go on whitepages.com and get everybody. Pretty much. You have to have worked pretty hard to not be found. So it's so common that I didn't think they would flag me for that, but they did.
Okay.
So that's that. I'm personally working on my big thing right this moment is the play. I think I got the cards. Um, of course, I have a folder for it. Of course, right? And the card. I wonder if I've got the. Okay, this is the one before the changes. Yeah. Okay. It looks like this. And in the inside, it's got as many pictures as possible. This I did on Canva. You may have heard this already because I probably already said it, but they gave me a little black and white. They were going to send people a 4-page wordy business letter asking for sponsorships. And I talked Kenny into this instead because I'm usually the one that gets these. You know what I mean? Because I'm a business in town. And I said, I don't go through 4 pages. Tell me why you want the money, how much money you need, what am I getting out of the deal? And what are we doing? What is the event or what is the thing you're raising money for? That's what I want. Don't give me some you know what I mean? I don't care. Either I want to help or I don't want to help, but I want to bottom line it for me so I can make a decision and move along with my life. I don't want 4 pages of whatever you're putting on there. And even then, they gave me a page, and I understand why they were doing it because there's a committee of people, and they were all trying to make everybody happy. Is how that ends up happening. So I brought this to Kenny, and he took out a whole bunch more stuff. So that was awesome. See, I made all my little corrections on the mock-up, and then I resent it to myself. But that's ones I've been using. To me, the important part wasn't that wording for something like this. It would be that the front is enough that they would open it even, right?
Mhm.
I was trying to make sure that these are all going to in-town businesses. So this is the whole cast from the first play. And in here is, this is the whole cast from the second play. There's a whole bunch more cast pictures. and more cast pictures here. And this guy in particular works at the transfer station. Everybody in the Blue Moon knows him. So I was trying to make sure that when a business owner picks up this card, they go, oh God, that's Bill. I know Bill. I didn't know he was in this. Boy, I think I'll do this because I like Bill. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I think it's a lot easier to get somebody interested if they see somebody that they know. You know what I mean? So that's what I was trying to do, put as many pictures as possible and not necessarily as many words as possible. And I thought this was a little more, you know, a little more exciting, but with SendOutCards, you can make them like this and it's not costing me more than what they did 4 pages and then they were going to put an insert and then and a white envelope with typewritten letters on it. It was so plain where this is going to come in a blue envelope and it's going to have the hey Duchesne, it's going to have the return address. Yay, that's it right there. A blue envelope with the return address. So it's Miller.
Teal. I know how fond you are of blue, but teal.
I look at what Great Wolf Lodge did to my do. Although I'm very, very happy that they use the level of chlorine they do in their pee pool. I mean their pool. I like my kid pee with a big dose of chlorine. Because
Right.
you know that's what the
You know it's
filled
you
with,
know
right?
what's in there, right? It looks good.
No, I mean it's almost white already because I got 2 weeks to go because of the level of chlorine.
Right.
But what are you gonna do? And there's Deanna. I was just going over the card again for the play because I'm still working on those.
Yeah.
So
Hi.
yay, yay. How are you doing today? I haven't
I'm
heard
I'm
good.
from
How are
doing
you?
okay.
Peg
Are you
Duchesne.
talking to me?
Yes.
I got an injection in my back today. Today is 2 months since I went into the hospital for those horrible spasms.
Oh,
Anyway, they gave me an injection and said it will take 2 or 3 days for it to take effect. And then I went to PT to start working on getting my hip ready for surgery. Because you
Oh.
know, it's September and October will be here before you know it.
yes.
Yeah.
He said,
what's-
it's really funny. I don't want to monopolize the conversation, but this is really funny. The intake guy at the physical therapy place today said, is there any activity that you used to do, you know, before your friend, meaning my rollator, and all the other things? Is there something you really want to do after your hip is replaced? And I said, yes, I want to water ski.
You
And
should
he
have
said, well, you know, summer's just about over. And I said, it's okay to tell me it's a pipe dream because I know it is, but you asked the question, I had to answer.
You know what? I like to throw in
I
some
can't
really
even get out of bed, much less get out of the water on top of 2 skis. I used to do tandem on 1 ski. I was a little hot water skiing mama back in the day, but
You should have just got racy. I did that when I would just get the mammogram because it's
Reiki?
always funny because they always act like they didn't expect you to say it. Yeah. Because there's some young girl doing the mammogram and she says something. But when they said that, you should have said, you know what I really miss doing? Wrapping my legs around some man.
I thought that's where she was going to go.
That would be awesome.
I
I thought
would
that's what she was
never.
gonna say too.
I love saying stuff like that.
Water skiing's pretty good answer.
No, that is a good answer. No, you're
Yeah.
right. I'm bad. I'm a bad person.
No, you're not. You're fun. I'm just not as fun as you.
Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. So anyway, yeah, but Great Wolf Lodge was awesome. But
Was it good?
yeah, it was good. It
From
was,
the pictures, it looked like everybody was having fun.
yes, yeah. And the funny thing is that was worth every single cent to see that kid laugh. I don't think I've ever seen him laugh. He just
Good.
isn't. He's stoic. because I guess because his autism or whatever, but he just
Right.
doesn't have a lot of responses, right? But he
Yeah.
went down and it was the little kiddie slide. It wasn't like he doesn't go on any of the big stuff. It was just a little kiddie slide, and I had to fish him out of the bottom was water and he was laid down. And when I fished him out, he was laughing. And I'm like, oh my God, you're laughing. I didn't even know he could laugh. It was like, oh my God. Yeah, he loved that. And that was day one. The second day we went in the wave pool and he liked that even better. Except the only thing I didn't count on is Ty has to stay right with him because he has no fear, zero fear. He stays under too long. He just throws himself in. But he
Mhm.
was laughing and jumping and it was great. I was very surprised.
Did he
Yeah.
ask you when you're going back?
But he doesn't come up with his own stuff, don't forget. No, he said Great Wolf Lodge a bunch more times, but yeah.
That
The
means he
only
wants to go back.
yes, the only bad thing that happened was he got out of the room. So I
Ooh.
need to work right. Right. I started researching because remember I originally had a problem with him being able to get out of the seat belt and I found that thing. So I know this is a solvable situation. And they
Right.
have like little things you can put on the hotel door that make a big alarm if they go out.
Right.
Because he moved the latch. I didn't think he was going to get that because he didn't figure that out when we were at before, but he moved the latch. And I think Ty hadn't done the deadbolt because he'd gone out to smoke or something. And the combination of the two of them, he couldn't do. But I was awake, thank goodness, and I heard the click, and I thought he went in the bathroom, which is bad enough because I don't want him, doing something in the bathroom. And then I didn't hear any noise. So I immediately got up and ran to the door. Of course, I'm in a t-shirt. My hair's all crazy. And I opened the door right away because he wasn't in the room and he was standing there. So he hadn't even been out a minute, but I almost had a heart attack. And then I wasn't sure he had his stuff on because he sleeps with a t-shirt and a pull-up. And I thought sometimes in the morning when he gets up, he just takes it off. And I thought, oh, I hope he's not just standing out al fresco out in the
Right.
because just running into him, he's a big kid. You don't realize he's autistic, so you wouldn't, you might get upset that he didn't have pants on. But
You
it
might.
wasn't, yeah,
It's not intentional. If it had been, it's not intentional, right?
no, but he did. He had the pull-up on and he had his t-shirt on and he came right back in. So,
He's just going out for a walk.
well, the only bad part is he had a phone that was like a just internet only, but it was a phone and he's lost it and it wasn't in the room, wasn't in the bed. He had to have brought it out there, I guess, but he wasn't out there long enough to do anything with it. So
Mm.
and I'm still learning all because I don't know anybody else with autism. So I keep thinking maybe if I ask the question the right way, he'll be able to answer it. So when I went outside, I said, "Oh, let's make Daddy happy and find that phone for him." And of course, he doesn't remember what he did with it or anything. But
Yeah, he doesn't know what happy is.
well, evidently he does. I didn't know about the whole pool thing. Yeah, that was a big thing. Well, anyway, the other thing we did, which matter of fact, speaking of, oh, that's a good idea. Speaking of cards, uh, uh, the whole Great Wolf thing was for Jaden, of course, the 12-year-old son. What I wanted to do something special for Ty, the dad, and he likes this little restaurant in Somerville, Massachusetts called Mortadella Head. And it's like a pizza place kind of, but they make all these. He wanted to get a chicken parm sub because they make it on TikTok. So we drove there and did that. And we should send them a card because I took because the people that do the TikTok didn't happen to be there that day. And he said something about it and they gave him some free pizza though,
Oh,
which was
cool.
nice. But that's I could send a picture of him showing the bag to the store because they'd get a kick out of that, I bet.
Yeah, for
We should
sure.
do that. Yeah, we should do that. That would be awesome. Um, Cause I think that's a good idea when you're doing, oh, I did, I said this to Penny before you guys got on. Um, YouTube tagged me for giving somebody's personal information and took one of my videos down. I guess they haven't found out yet. They all have that because when I do a send out cards card send, I pull up a real person and send it. So that's bad. So I'm not going to do that. But I don't think a restaurant would care. I think this the other way around. The restaurant would probably love it. So
Yeah, I went out on Friday of, no, not Friday. Yeah, Friday night, no, Saturday night of a Labor Day weekend. Brian and I went to a new seafood restaurant in St. Mary's County. And I asked the owner if he would prefer Yelp, a Google review, or Facebook. And he said, all of them are great. You could start with Facebook and do more.
Oh.
So I said, sure. So I tagged them on Facebook, and he's already written on Facebook saying, thanks so much. But
Nice.
Brian got scallops and greens and mashed potatoes. And it looked
Nice.
really nice in the picture. So I could send them a card.
Yes. I didn't even think about doing that till we were just discussing. Yeah, I don't think I interacted with anybody. Great Wolf Lodge was awesome, but they haven't got some of their stuff right, if you ask me. But I'm in a different position as far as customer service.
Right.
I listened to what is his name, Anthony Malcurie, and he says customers are more satisfied, like at a hotel, for example, when they have interaction with a person, and they're trying to avoid that. So they have you check in and then you just go get some wristbands at a station. And then your wristband has the key, a chip in it. So they don't interact with you much. The employees they did have were mostly pool attendants. So I think that's a mistake on their part, but I don't have any experience to send a card for because it wasn't like that. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
is too bad. I think that they're going to end up having to adjust that, but maybe not. You never know. It wasn't like Legoland, and I knew that was going to be true because the price was so much different. You know, the price was less. Legoland, um, they too are going from you walk in and there's little iPads on a stand and they want you to check yourself in. But when I got up there, that place is like 300, 400 a night. I'm thinking to myself, I ain't checking myself in for $400. So I said, I don't want to do this. I need somebody over here. And they come running right over. And Pi was looking at me like I was out of my mind. I'm like, when I pay that much a night, I need some butt kissing. You know what I mean? I need some hand holding, butt kissing. I need something for that much. I'm thinking 59 a night at Motel 6. I don't mind checking myself in, but not an expensive place. But
As long
anyway.
as they leave the light on, you can check yourself.
Right, right. I bet you they have somebody at Motel 6, but I don't know if they're doing it because they're trying to have a shorter line. I'm not sure because it's not friendly when they do
It would
that.
be friction. That's a good example of a friction point.
Right. Yeah, maybe they think they're relieving some friction. But anyway, kudos to the ones at Legoland because when I said, hey, I don't want to check myself in, they came right over and not only held my hand and all that, but they're the ones that took the picture. She said,
Really?
oh, let's take a family picture together with your matching shirts. So that was smart. That was
Mhm.
smart. That was a good save on her part, I thought. So,
Well, you can send her that.
oh, that's a good idea too.
Thanks for
Yeah.
snapping our family photo.
That's a good idea too. Thank you.
Family photo. Operative word, family.
Oh, you like that? Yes, indeedy. So, what cards did you send this week that were a hit? Did you have some? We're doing what are they talking about now? The gratitude month.
Yeah, that like September 26th maybe is Gratitude Day or something.
Oh, okay.
But the replay that Cody did for Monday night's available to listen to. And we're still offering the free card, which we always did, but lots of people are taking advantage of the three cards for
Challenge.
$5.
$3 for 5. Yeah. Oh, good.
Right, right,
Oh, good. Because that means they won't get rid of it if people are doing it.
right.
That's awesome. Did you guys all know about that?
Yeah.
The 3 for 5? Yeah, that was that used to be the 10 card challenge and they switched it. So,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
People were waiting too long to do it. There wasn't a sense of urgency.
Well, no, that makes sense though.
Yeah.
And they can see the numbers where we can't. You
Right.
know what I mean? They must have
Right.
had a lot of people not do all 10 if they
Right.
changed it.
That's exactly what happened.
Oh, okay. So, and then what were they mad they didn't get to use them? I wonder. Or
I
they
don't know
just,
if it was that, because I don't know, they just weren't seeing the traffic because Cody's thing is if you send some cards and then people receive them, you'll get some feedback. One or two people might let you know, and then
you'll want
you're
to send
hooked.
them.
You're
Yeah.
hooked. Yeah, you'll want to send them. So now they think 3 cards is a better way to go. So
Yeah. It's I think that's hard to get by that part about I think most people tend to want feedback. And it's hard to get by that because I actually have to, you know what I mean? I had to get, there was a hurdle there where I have to just say, I don't care if anybody says anything, I'm gonna keep doing my thing
right.
because I know in the long run that's the
You know
right,
the value you're putting out. Yeah. And
right.
he's not saying everybody should be thanking you, but sooner or later somebody will.
Somebody's gonna, right.
Yeah.
And for a new person, it's hard to grasp the you may or may not get feedback, I think.
Right. Right.
Yeah. You know, when I first was doing it, I didn't hear from people, but I went to someone's house and the
It was hanging
cards
on
I
the
sent,
fridge.
yes, the cards I
That's so
sent were
cool.
up.
I
And
used to have, when I worked in an office, I'd walk into somebody's office and there'd be my card on their desk. That was fun.
I went to the dentist and they had our Christmas card. This was like in June or something on the wall by itself. And when I walked up and said who I was, she said, "You're the one that sent the card that's been here since December." I thought that was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
is
I
it,
get my nails done at the nail shop, and my nail person does a really good job. So I had sent a thank you card with like a picture of my nails.
oh, nice.
Then when I went back to get my nails done, it was on his station. And I was like,
Oh,
oh, I sent that card. Yeah, it was kind of
oh,
cool.
that's awesome. That's
so
another
cool.
good excuse to send a
Send
card.
more. Yeah.
Yeah, you just don't know. I sent one for I used to send one every year. The bakery down the street from us. I used to go down there with these wild because the kids had wild require or not requirements, but what they wanted for the birthday cake. And I generally was doing it. And what did we have? Pokemon balls one year. I don't know. Yeah. And then of course before that we had the Princess Castle and the whole thing was and the Princess Castle is the one I took pictures with the kids and sent it on a card. And when I went down there, she had it framed out in the lobby because that was one of her better cakes, I guess. So that was awesome. So that was there for years until they sold the business. So they had that picture, the card on their wall for years. So I think you just don't ever know,
Right.
where the cards are going to be. So, hey, did you get your gratitude journal thing yet?
No.
So do we order that and send it to ourselves? Is how we do that or no?
Yeah. There's an order link on the.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, because I think I want to do that. That's awesome. Although I could tell his stories probably,
Better than
right.
he can.
Well, not better, but in
I wish he
addition.
would record for posterity's sake the kids in the station wagon with the Christmas tree, and they get
Oh.
home and the Christmas tree is not there. But we have an ornament in our Christmas gift catalog that has the station wagon with the tree on top.
Oh,
Because I bought that, and then there's a little story with it, but I wish he'd do it in his voice.
oh, that's funny. Yeah, that's
He,
neat.
he won't be around forever.
Oh, geez. Why, I I suppose none of the rest of us will be either, but I'm not thinking about that.
Well, I would like to get the recording before he's not here any longer.
Oh,
Is what I'm
geez.
saying. Is what I'm saying. Hey, look, I'm not getting on a slalom ski in the water anymore. Hey, where's
Oh,
Maureen? I miss her. Is she okay?
yes, she got a doctor's appointment she's bringing her husband to today.
Gotcha.
And tonight is one of the last three of the blue shows with Jeff.
Blue Hair Brigade.
I know. Yeah, that's gonna feel funny not doing that on Thursdays. Although I'll be happy as far as the time because
Right.
I get up at the crack of dawn on Friday to go try and do Yonkers.
Did he say there's no sequel, or we're just thinking there won't be a new sequel?
I know he's got books lined up right after me. I knew he would. I knew he would. So probably not. I mean, I could pay him to do it, I suppose, but I didn't sell a huge number of the blue book. And that's why I told him going forward, instead of giving me commission, because we went straight through Amazon to see what it would be like. I didn't sell as many as I did any of my other books. So I think the problem is that people wanted the personal touch of me signing, putting a bookmark and doing these things myself. So I told him, don't send me any more commissions, send it to me in books. Books where he's already paid out because we
Right.
both earn commission on each book. So, and I can't just order books for myself because then I'd need to pay him commission. So I said, instead of sending me commission, send it to me in books. So I got my first case of books and I'm going to do it that way.
Good.
And that way
Well,
I'll
and
have
part
it
of
when
the
I go around.
problem is people aren't getting the book because you're not allowed to sell them.
Oh, well, no, that's just at Avon things.
I know, but
Right. Right. But that was true. It's like bell bottoms. I go in and out of fashion over there. Not just me, that they run hot and cold. So the only time about doing stuff depends on who's running the show over there. But when we first were doing A View from the Top, which you don't even know about that, do you? Or do you?
I know based on what you've been telling me, but people
No.
that were
Okay, so A View from the Top was that we did a 3-book set. And it was all the top of the pay plan people. So in SendOutCards, it would be the Eagles.
right.
So in Avon, we had 150 of them, but in the book set, we got 63 of them, I think it was.
Wow.
That's a lot. So 3 books is 20 or so in each book. And the first book, when I first was doing it, the reason I was even in charge of the book was because I sat around going, you know what, I saw some other company do it. And I thought, why doesn't Avon do this? Somebody should put a book together with all the top people. We'll do a chapter or something. And I kept saying that for years until I realized, wait a minute, I could do that. I'm somebody.
Somebody oughta.
Well,
Right.
and the other thing is I was one of the few ones that had I had a connection with, because I collected all the names from the other people all along just to be friendly. I
Right.
always interacted with cross, not necessarily downline only, where some of my colleagues only deal with their own downline. I always like to network with the other people. So I knew them all. So it made
Cross-pollination.
Right. It made the project easy to do because I knew them when I called them to tell them about it. So, but anyway, when we first did that, I didn't go to Avon and ask their permission to do the book. I just did it, not thinking that they would have a problem. Some of them did at first, especially the local employees. For you guys that do Avon, the division managers. And the division managers would decide whether they liked it or didn't like it. And if they didn't, if I did a seminar in their area, they wouldn't tell anybody. And it was hard to do that when I don't know all the representatives in the world and we didn't have Facebook yet. So anyway, what changed that is I went to, I don't know, some meeting where I met Andrea Jung, the CEO, and I decided I was just going to ask her to do a forward, I think it was. I think she did the first forward. And she did it when I asked her. And once that happened, they all acted like oh, this is such a great idea. And even, yeah, the next convention we had, I don't think it was the first book, it might have even been the second one. Avon gave us a table and had the logo of the book on the tablecloth and banners and everything. It was all decked out, and all the co-authors took turns manning it and signing. So they went from acting like we weren't doing it to all on board. And then another couple years went by and Andrew was gone to we weren't allowed to do it again. So it depends on who's running the show, which is understandable. So, and right now, of course, they don't, I thought they kept little dossiers on all of us, you know, like the secret police or something. They don't. They don't have any idea who we are. Because I sat next to the lady running North America in New York a few months ago, and she said, she was asking me my intentions or something, and I said, if you hear I'm out in the yard with a hairdryer taking that sticker off my car, then you know you got a problem. But until then, I'm walking around with a big giant sign advertising the company on my car. And she said, "You got a sign on your car?" And that's when I knew they don't have dossiers on us or anything. Because I would imagine that would be in the notes somewhere.
Yeah.
Right. So but
Not
that
only do you have a sign, you have a windshield wiper.
no, yeah, I like that. Somebody recently was telling me, they go, you know how the little kids, when they're standing on the side of the road and a truck goes by, they go, "Well,
Oh,
keep
yeah.
it like this to me." Do the wiper. Yeah, yeah. I'm wondering what I'm gonna do. You guys should help me think about this. Those wraps last 3 to 5 years. I'm on like 7, year 7 or something. It's crackled. It's all crackled. If you stand at 12 feet away, it's perfect. You can't even see it. Any closer than that, you wonder what I'm doing. You're like, no, that doesn't look so, but it's crackled like when, you know, like if you took a inside of an ice cup and then cracked it, it's crackled like that. So to remove it is about $400. To replace it, it's a couple $1,000. I could do a partial, replace it with a partial. Yeah, it's gonna be rough whatever I do, right? Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
right. Um, luckily the van underneath it looks brand new, but that's the other thing. So I just got an oil change, and when I was at Pat Falasca's for the Avon convention, somebody said to me, "Your car smells like antifreeze." And I'm like, "Oh, well, that's unusual." Sure enough, my excuse me, when I went and got the oil change today, my radiator was darn near empty. And I said, "It's not overheating or anything." He said, "Well, it wouldn't necessarily do that." It's like, great. But what were you gonna say, Donna?
They didn't check that when they serviced your car?
They just did, yeah. Because I saw him put a bunch of coolant in, and I said to him, "Was my coolant low?" Because somebody told me they smelt coolant. And he said, "Yeah, it had next to nothing in it." So I guess if I hadn't asked him, he wasn't going to provide that information. He just topped it off and put the lid on and wasn't going to say anything. And I said to him, "How do I tell if I got a leak?" And he said, "Take a piece of cardboard and put under it."
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah. Then the green will leak out on it.
yeah.
The
Well,
coolant.
I think I'm gonna go cry to Kevin, the guy that works on the car. Be like, "Hey, Kevin, it must not be bad, whatever it is. It must be an awful slow leak because I'm putting 1,000 miles a week on that thing, I think, and it hasn't overheated this summer. And I was
Well,
in stop and go traffic and everything. So I don't know. What
in
you
your
say?
first question, hey, Kevin, caramels or brownies?
But I always do that too. You know what he got last time was the sampler. Yeah. Oh, no, no, that wasn't right. He got the sampler the time before. Last time was brownies, and I said, "How many brownies does it take to everyone at supper to get one?"
Right.
And that's when I found out he's got 2 kids, right? So it was 4. Yeah. Yeah, that's a perfect. Yeah. But I feel bad because Kevin doesn't always charge me if it's something stupid. like a light bulb or something, but he really should because it's time. He had to take time to do it. But anyway, so you want to do the mortadella head?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's see, how are we gonna do? I need the address of them first, which actually, no, I'd get that on my phone, wouldn't I? I didn't open up SendOutCards yet because I was getting the mammogram done. Okay, so it's gonna be in. So let's add them to the database first, because that's an easy mortadella head. Here we go. Mortadella. I don't know what that means, mortadella head, but here's the 20 College Avenue in Somerville. Here we go. Oh no, I clicked on the wrong thing. SendOutCards. How are you doing on your the thing there where you guys all have the challenge with the dashboard, not this one. The World Gratitude Day. No, these things. I make sure I get mine 10 every day.
I
yeah.
get about 9.
Oh, look at 44,000.
Wow.
Cards
Wow.
that gratitude
Send
card.
one more,
That's
it'll be
great.
44222.
Wow. It doesn't update while we're sitting here. I tried that. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna do contacts first and put in mortadella head. Yeah, they'll get a kick out of that, I bet. I was surprised the place was so small, but it was cute. By the way, I didn't get anything there, but Ty let me have the first bite of his sandwich, which I thought was so
Wow.
cute. Mortadella head. Yeah. And it's 20 College Avenue in Somerville. And Matt, did you know if you click the state and put the first letter of the state, it skips down to it?
Right.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Hmm.
All this time. And you
I was
did.
this many years old when I found out that.
I was this many years old. Mortadella head. Okay, so now that's in there. Now we gotta go. And I think, let's see here. I don't think I've done, I think the picture that I'm thinking of with him on the front is like this, I think. He held the bag sideways so we could see the mortadella head thing. Well, yay. If I'm going too fast, let me know. Yeah, I kind of go fast because I'm used to do my 10 a day, right?
Right, you don't get to 10 a day going slow.
No, no. And you know how all this time I've known you guys, I send a card a day to the old database for Avon recruits. And do you know I keep getting people every week? And because of the ones I get from the cards, I end up getting free ones from Avon. So let's do the image here. Let's see if we can. I don't think I've got it in here, so I've got to get it in camera uploads. And I've got 6 million pictures, of course. Let's see if I can do this without putting any dirty pictures up. That would be helpful, huh?
Yeah, please.
Now everybody's paying too much attention. It's like, ooh. I might get something wrong on here. Okay, so this is the convention. We went after that. So I'm going to start sending some of these pictures that I took with all these representatives, I did like 100, to them with me and them on the front of the card.
Good idea.
I thought that was a good idea. I did take about 100 pictures, I swear. Let's find the Mortadella head. I did it. We did the convention first, and then I went to. Oh, there's Jaden. Let's see here. Where's Mortadella head? Here it is. Okay. And where's the one where he? This is the one he tipped the bag sideways. Let's see here. So I didn't get food there, but what I did get for a special treat for me is we parked in the 7-Eleven parking lot and I went and got a Slurpee.
Slurpee.
Slurpee! They had cherry too. Oh, see, the Mortadella head sticker is on here. So I think that's that's a weird picture where it's sideways, but inside I'll put the other pictures. How about that?
Good.
Okay, so that's the front. I'm doing a 2-panel card. That's the front. And then inside I'll do the 2 pictures because I've got enough for that. This one. And then I'll put the picture of the actual place itself. And then maybe a picture, the other picture of him. Let's see. Yeah, I've got all these pictures on here, and every time I go to camera uploads, it takes forever to do this. Is that what you were thinking? What I was thinking.
I wasn't thinking anything. I'm thinking I'm going to open my mail.
Oh, well, that's a good idea. Let's see here. Oh, here we go. Okay, it was after this. There. Okay, so, oh, where's the other? Okay, here's the actual restaurant. That's coming up next. Yay. That's a picture of the actual restaurant. And then I'll get the other picture of him down the bottom. See, this is it. It says Mortadella head. I don't know what that means. Mort means dead, right? M-O-R-T means dead. Mortadella. I was thinking pig head or something. I don't know what it means. But it's definitely distinctive.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's get the other Mortadella head. No telling. I thought that was smart of them to give him, he got 2 slices of pizza just for mentioning that he watches their TikToks and following them. I thought that was smart of them.
Really smart.
And they'll get a kick out of this. Yeah, start thinking about what we're going to put for the wording because that's okay. Here's the Mortadella head stuff. So what do you
Something
think?
like
The
it was
picture.
worth the drive. It was worth the drive to Massachusetts to get my
Well,
Mortadella head on.
yeah, how about this bottom picture? Oh, let's do the other picture of him. And then up the top, do the other picture. Well, no, I'm not going to put another picture. Okay. I'll put him on the bottom here, holding up his bag. Okay. Come on. Squirrels are running the internet today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there we go. Oh, and to move it down, all you have to do is point the cursor at it, hold down the button, and move it. See, there he is. Okay. Now, I personally always put some kind of background behind it. And since they're kind of like a beige color on their logo, I'll just do that one. Okay. And now let's write something inspiring over here. Let me get it, the spelling right. Dear awesome people at Mortadella Head. Okay. You can check me if I get this wrong, okay? We heard about your fabulous establishment on TikTok and just had to drive over from Yonkers, New York for a chicken farm sub. And we were thrilled with, I'm not doing this good, and we loved it. How about that?
Take out were.
And we loved it. Okay. And we loved it.
And I would put Mortadella ahead on the same line, on a second line.
Okay.
Awesome people.
Usually, let me wait till I change it to my font and
Okay.
then fix the spacing, because sometimes my font changes it. Okay.
Yep.
We heard about your fabulous establishment. I think I just had to drive over from Yonkers for a chicken parm sub, and we loved it. Your staff was gracious enough to include a couple free slices, and we loved those too. Just wanted to say, you guys are awesome. Thank you for all you do. We love you. Okay. Oh, I get to put the two of us. I'll just put Ty and Lisa. Okay, here we go. Now, I'll probably still have to do what you said, but what I do is this, and then make it my font. And then you're right, it didn't fix it. Sometimes it does. So I'll go here and just put a hard return. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. And then usually the background, I'll put some little neutral color back there. See?
I would
That-
do it by your and too, like where it says and, make that, put an enter there.
Where? Which hand?
For your chicken parm.
Oh, this
sub,
one?
right there. Yeah.
How about that?
There. Yeah.
Good.
You like it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks.
That works?
Okay.
Okay. So now let's see here. Okay. So I don't want this on the back. I think I want the two of us on the back, which is one of my backgrounds, believe it or not. Assisting background. I'll do, this one, I think. Okay, so now the only thing I want to do different is the return address. I need to change that to be Ty's address, I think, because that one's Yonkers. Okay. Of course, hopefully I won't get tagged for that. Let me just get it up here. This is one of my 10 today, by the way. I want to do the return address. So I've been having to change that all the time for the play so that I don't put my address there. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Oh, I'm going to do this. There, okay.
While you're at it, why don't you send his wife, his former partner, one as well?
Yeah, right. Why? You want me to tell you what Bib always says when I say something outrageous?
Yeah.
Everybody close your ears because this is not correct, really. If I say something to Bib that is outrageous, he says, "Sure, why don't I just staple my nuts to the chair?"
Oh,
Sorry, that was really bad. That was really bad, really bad, really bad. Okay. Yeah. By the way, Bib and Ty are going to get along really well.
You know it.
Yeah, they're hilarious already. Yeah, they talk to each other FaceTime when I'm on when I'm at his house. Okay, so now this is Mortadella Mortadella. I'm gonna spell. Oh, I spelt it without even looking this time. Okay, so here we go. Now this may get us write a mention on their thing somehow,
Yeah, it
which
might.
is awesome. So we did this card together. So there's him in the card. It's part of my 10 today. So there was no charges to heartfelt. I do have Mortadella right. I did change the address right. Okay, check out. Yay, confirm and send. Yay.
It's that easy.
It's that easy. Yes,
Mhm.
easy. That's why doing the 10 a day is easy because it's easy. And Judy, I didn't say hi to you yet. I'm sorry. How are you doing today? She might be at work and can't say anything.
Shh.
Yeah, she might be at work and can't say anything. You never know. Some people do listen at work and can't say anything. So, but yeah, trying to find excuses to send cards is awesome. And plus I have so many that I send. I send you know, the thing I was saying how I get my Avon recruits is because I've saved the names in my send out cards database the entire time I've done send out cards. So it's 15 years, almost 16 years. Whenever I've had somebody call me that didn't sign up, or if I got leads from them, from the company or whatever, and there was a time when they said, work the lead and then never work it again. Don't save the information. I saved it. Because don't forget, now, all these years later, none of those people that said that are at the company. Nobody remembers that they said not to use them, and nobody else has that list but me.
Right.
I'm sure the company didn't even keep it. So I still work those leads. And I send a
Ju-
card probably once a quarter to all that. Go
Judy
ahead.
put in the chat that she's working. Shh.
Oh, I'm great. Thank you. Yes, working. Awesome, Judy. So, but yeah, that's so when they first said, here's the leads, don't work them, I put them in there still and sent the card and then just didn't delete them later.
Right.
And then I waited an appropriate amount of time when all the corporate people changed, and then I started working the list. So, to me, whenever I get access to name, address, phone, I put it in. I collect it because I just never know,
Right.
what I'm gonna. And right now, I think I'm at, I don't know, 10,300 or something like that in my database, and it's coming in handy again. So like, I've got all the people that ever signed for me when I had to get signatures to get on the ballot over that 20-year stretch. I saved all those, and they're all in my town because my district's my town. Now that I'm doing the play and are soliciting for people to help support the play, I'm using those people
Right.
on that list because not only are they people that live in my town that might be interested in the play, but they're people who are likely to open the card because they recognize my name.
Right.
At some point, they knew me enough that I entered them in the database. So to me, it all works out to include
Yeah.
everybody.
It's your list.
It's my list. Yeah.
Put
So
another brick in the wall.
another, yeah, yeah, mm. I have another rule. Did you know my other rule? The
What's your other
Pinkalicious
rule?
rule?
The
The
what?
pink, the Pinkalicious rule?
No, what's Pinkalicious?
Pinkalicious is a little kid's book, and
Yeah.
Pinkalicious is the little girl in the book. But
Okay.
Pinkalicious's mom has a rule that I now call the Pinkalicious rule. And Pinkalicious's mom's rule is you get what you get and you don't get upset. So I used that today because Ty sent me to the grocery store to bring stuff with me tomorrow, and I had to go to the deli counter, which I never go to on my own. I detest having to ask them. I'm buying something already packaged. I'm not talking to the deli counter, but he likes deli meat, so I go up there. And of course, I said to him, "Don't send me somewhere where I have to answer choice questions. That is not my my bag." I go up
Mhm.
there. He says, "Get a pound of ham." I go, "A pound of ham." And they said, "Which
Okay.
one?" All these things. And I says, "You know what? Just pick whatever most people get for sandwiches because we're running under the Pinkalicious rule here. You get what you get, you don't get upset. You send me to the store, it's the Pinkalicious rule." Right. If you want to be picky about your sandwich meat, you go buy it yourself.
Right.
Mhm.
So that's the Pinkalicious rule.
I like it.
Oh, Judy says she's working on sending thank you cards to her Cisco, Texas Pie Fest sponsors. Oh,
Pie
that's perfect.
Fest, wow.
That's perfect. And you put pictures of pie on the front or something? That's perfect. Judy always does good pictures. I mean, good cards, though. I've got a lot of cards from Judy. And Peg, too. Peg does really good cards, too. Yeah.
She told
What I
me
like
that.
Peg's cards is she changes the back all the time.
I do
I'm
take
not good at
advantage of the real estate on the back of the card.
Yeah, and even the address thing you do, you take advantage of that. Yeah, I don't take advantage of it all the time as often as I could. So
Somebody
I'm
said to me,
learning.
"You're going to put your phone number on the outside of the envelope?" Yeah.
They should see my car.
Well,
If
and
they
here's the other thing. Not only is it on the outside of the envelope, I use the layout that repeats the envelope in the upper left corner of the card.
Mm.
So my sister calls and she goes, "What's your new address?" I said, "You know that card I sent you for your birthday 2 weeks ago?" "Yeah, I don't know where it is." I said, "Well, when you find the card, turn it over. There's my address." But I threw out the envelope. I said, "It's on the back of the card." "Really?" I said, "Yeah, you got it."
Yeah. No, it's funny that
I have to go. It's 2 o'clock.
oh, okay. It's 2 o'clock. Okay. I'll let everybody go. Judy says I'm off to feed the cows. So I'll let everybody go. I'll upload this to YouTube. Thank you very much for coming. I appreciate you. If you get a
See you
chance, hop
tonight
on
at the Blue
tonight.
Brigade.
Yeah, hop on tonight. We'll be happy to see you last 3 times. Thank you, everybody.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye.